let's get started, guys. Thanks for being here, City of Albany team. Just to introduce ourselves again, I'm Blake Cook. This is Gil Mora, and this is Hallie Kate and Sarah Parker. We're going to go ahead and just kind of jump in. We're excited about doing due process with y'all's divisions here, but kind of first of all, I just wanted to go around the room and y'all introduce yourselves and just tell us what division you're in. We want to start here with that.
Good morning, I'm Mary Kay, Director of Administrative Services. I'm over Administrative Services and all the other departments that interact within Administrative Services.
Gotcha.
Good morning, I'm Carolyn Mathis, Energy Conservation Manager under Mrs. Katie's Elections.
Okay.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Josie. I am the Billing and Rates Manager, and my department or my area is called Audit Control.
Today is my anniversary.
Oh.
Congratulations. 34.
That comes with a 30% raise, right?
Hey, I'll take it.
34%.
Good morning, I'm Lisa Johnson, I'm the Customer Service Manager.
Hi, Lisa.
Good morning, I'm Cynthia Lassiter, I'm the Senior Customer Service Representative.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Good morning, I'm Tricia Borsdorf. I'm the supervisor of the customer service area, call center.
Awesome. Hello.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gwendolyn Williams, known as Gwen, and I am the Teller Manager of Utilities.
Hi, good morning. I'm Mimi Graham. I'm the senior teller.
Taylor.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, again, there's three things that we want to accomplish here with this program. It's going to take several weeks for us to go through it. Gil's going to go through all the details. First of all, we want to standardize. We want to standardize the way that we do things across the board, creating consistency in our processes, and how we deliver our work to the end customer, and how we work together as a team. Number two is onboarding and training. That's the big one, is onboarding new employees and making an efficient way to onboard them to where we get that consistent product, and also training. If there's cross-training or somebody moves from one department to another, how do we get them up to speed as quickly as possible? The City of Albany way, and that's really what we're creating here, is that umbrella of the City of Albany way. And then thirdly is optimize. Now that we have a home for all of our processes, when we have changes, it could be software changes, we have new policies and procedures that are implemented, we can now easily implement those into a system and get them to all the employees that need to see it. I didn't get a chance to show you all an example of kind of what it looks like at the end of the day, but this is Thrush Aircraft. Let's go to the map first. So Gil's going to go through this. Our first phase is going to be extracting all the processes that happen inside of your divisions. And we're going to work together with your team, your employees as well to do this. This is ASU. We worked with them over the last few months to do this exact same thing. This is for enrollment services. But this is all the processes here that you'll see. It's a lot, right? We extract every single detail of every process that happens inside of any division. This, I know, can look crazy and confusing. We're going to do this in bite-sized chunks, but ultimately what we do is these are all processes here in white, and we make video-based versions of every process that happens, and then we create a university platform. This is another client that we work with, Thrush Aircraft. It turns into City of Albany University, so people will be able to log in and see video-based versions of everything, from the billing department to customer service. Everything will be done in video. So we're going to go through how all of that stuff works there in the future. And I want to make sure, too, that as we're going through today, that this is an open discussion. If you have questions as we're going along, feel free to chime in, ask any questions. But, you know, from what we talked about with Mr. Carter and Yvette, you know, this is really what we want to do is create a home for this. Some of the things we're going to add to the platform is also kind of HR and city culture videos, kind of Mr. Carter's vision of what he wants to see and how we can work better as a team. So he's going to implement some of his own trainings inside of this platform as well. When someone new is hired, they're onboarded, they can jump on board the City of Albany way. So I'm very excited about that. If you scroll down here, all those processes again will be formatted into courses. And when you click in, we don't have to click in here, but this is all video-based stuff. So if you have name a position in one of your departments.
Customer service representative.
Customer service rep. So when they log in, they're not going to see everything City of Albany wide. They're going to see all the processes that pertain just to them. So it's not confusing. When you hire somebody, everything will be in chronological order in their platform. So they're hired, they go through, they watch these videos. And what we see is that we're creating all-star employees. You know, sometimes when you hire somebody, it takes a long time for them to get good at their job. This takes a lot less time. So we're seeing all-star employees created in just a few days and weeks instead of dragging that out for 6 months or 2 years, right? Because they're very aware of what exactly they're going to be doing in their job. And a lot of times what we see in working with our customers, I always say it's kind of like the game of basketball. We want them to do a good job. We want them to score goals, but we haven't painted all the lines for them. You know, we have to create all these clear processes. So that's what we're doing here is we're going to extract all these processes out. And it does take a little bit of effort from your team. Y'all all have been selected as the division leaders to participate in this. But I think you'll find it's going to be fun. You know, it's fun to get all of this stuff out. It's like pulling up the rug and let's see everything that's in there and let's extract that. But Gil's going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and just jump into kind of what this is, how it's going to work, and we're actually going to start doing some work as of today. So again, if you have any questions as we're going along, feel free to ask. Is anybody hot, cold? I see you got a fan. Okay.
Never mind. So does this start with the customer services, our administrative services after the onboarding through HR? Is this where this starts?
Yes.
Yes.
So this would be like field training.
Okay. This is for the different divisions
Yes.
after that person has been hired?
Yes.
Okay.
So there is going to be some onboarding stuff that's going to be generalized. We'll even put their paperwork up in here so they, you know, fill out the paperwork from this platform. But just like you said, once they're hired, then they'll jump in and this is their job. Okay. Yeah, great question.
That's a great question. So when someone is hired, you can give them the pack, you can give them a tour. Whenever they're set and they have a computer, you can just give them access to this university and they're going to start watching all the videos that has all their responsibilities or all the short video processes on how to perform each thing that position does. It could be simply like opening up the office, and the video of this person should be something like, hi, on this video, I'm going to show you how to open up the office. For your position, you have to be here at 7 a.m. And come with me, and I have a key over here. The key that you're going to use is this specific key over here. And then that process, that video, this person will go step by step until opening the office. Let me show you where are the lights. You're going to do the first light and the third light. And this is how you open up the office. So if you show that video to someone, they should be able to open up the office the way that you want them to.
And 90%, like with ASU, and I would imagine it's the same with your team, 90% of your processes are going to be captured on screen because you're working in softwares or you're working in customer service. A lot of this is going to be captured on screen. So this is how you apply for a new customer. This customer's had this issue. All of this will be on screen too. So we'll get all those processes. But I would imagine most of y'all will be on screen.
So could you open up the presentation for me? I'm going to give you an overview of this 12-week program. But pretty much today we're going to kickstart the mapping phase. What is the mapping phase? I'm assuming that every single division has a division leader over here. And then you are going to, first of all, identify all unique positions within your department. Not people, unique positions. And then after that, we're going to kickstart some of the processes that you know. We're also going to do your own position so you know how it is. Because when we go inside of your department, we're going to have to identify people that they're best performers of the positions and then interview them. But today, I'm going to teach you how to map your own position down to the process level, right? So if you open up your binder on the first, I think it's the second page, there's the business name. You can go ahead and put the business name and then and also put the name of your department. Yeah, could you put on that view so I can see at the 65 view? There we go. Now go to the timeline. Now, department integrator's name. This is the leader of the department, right? So if you are that leader of that department, you can put your name over there.
I think they call it division, right?
Is it division leader, division director, or a manager?
It changes.
It changes.
I still hadn't gotten an understanding one day you division, what next time you're a department within a division. I think the division is utility administration and the different departments within that, administrative services, business, whatever, technology, tech or whatever, then it cuts down again. So sometimes to get around it, I just say area.
Gotcha. Let me just try to understand each department here. So you are an administrative services.
Yeah, administrative service director. Under administrative services is conservation, energy conservation, billing rates. Under billing rates is audit control. You got customer services. Under customer services, you've got the 311 call center, and you've got customer service up front. Then you've got the teller department, and you've got going over for the teller department, the mail room, and the administrative office itself, with me and the administrative assistant. So everybody falls under a pyramid tier.
Gotcha.
So has anybody given you the makeup of the flow chart?
Not yet, but we can collect that today. If you click on the Meister task, we have a board over here that has everybody's department, and we're going to pretty much collect some of those pages so we can type. And for instance, even though the hierarchy is that your department is overseeing every single one, for here we're just going to put them on the same level so it's easier for us to understand. So we're going to get department name and then who is the leader of this project per department. And then we're going to keep going down, right? And Sarah and Hallie is going to help us collecting that information. They're going to get the computer and talking to you and grabbing your name, get your information in case I need to talk to you. And that's the first level of mapping. Then we're going to keep going down. You are the integrator. That's your name. You are the leader of this project for your position. So we are going to open it up. We're going to dump all your processes here. So I'm going to interview today. So I'm probably going to use Mary over here. And then as I ask her questions, you're going to start writing things about your own position, things that you do. What are the processes that you do, some of responsibilities, and you start dumping them, right? Could you open up the Hog and Bones example so I can show? I'm going to show you one real example how it looks like. Then go to that 23 position. So position number 2, the name of the position is lunch and dinner. That's how Hog and Bones called that position. And then those are all the processes that position is responsible for. I'm going to give you one example: how to mix rub for Boston butts, how to bake mac and cheese, So all processes are like a little sentence, or you have to have a verb. They're actionable. So I would advise not to go just like a drawer or computer. Just how to open up the computer, how to charge a bill, right? Those are processes. Guess what? Each one of these processes should take you 5 to 10, sometimes 15 minutes to perform. And that's exactly what we're going to film you doing. And those are going to be videos. So each one of these processes, if you perform them on the computer, like Blake said, we're going to film the computer screen and your voice. So you can teach someone all the buttons that you click, all the places that you go, all the files that you open in order to perform that one process. So today, I'm going to interview you. And then while I interview her, for instance, I'm going to ask questions. What is the first thing that you do in your day? And then you put down on this page over here. And also, we're going to start putting on the computer too. You see this page over here? While I ask questions to her, like, what do you do in your day? What is the last thing that you do? There we go, that page. You're going to start putting all that information down here. So let's go over this page over here. Orange on top, it will be the name of your department. So you can go ahead and put the name of your department on orange. And there is a little chart on the side with the legend. Then on yellow, it is your position, the title and the name of your position. On orange will be the name of your department first. Over here. There we go. And then on yellow, it's going to be the name of your position. And while I'm going to interview Mary here, she's going to start putting those processes under on that line, or take notes if you're not sure. If you don't know if it's that a process, if it's that a phase, right? For instance, sometimes you're going to think, is this a unique process or a phase that has like 15 processes inside of it? Just put a note over here and we can talk about it later. Am I making sense? Yeah? All right. So let's go to the presentation and talk about the difference of groups. There are 3 groups working together for this project. Number 1 are integrators. Integrators. Who do you think those are? Yes, ma'am. Integrators are the division leaders, and you guys are going to help us connecting us to each person in your department, right? But in order for you to understand what we're going to work with those folks, I'm going to perform that with you today, right? So you are the integrators. Your responsibility in this project is to be in touch with me, reply my emails, and see some of the things that I ask you to do. Connect me with the representative of a position. Let me give an example. Let's pretend that you have, you might have 15 people in your division, but they all fulfill unique 3 positions. Does that make sense? Does that apply to your business? You might have only 2 positions, but then you have 20 people performing that same position. So you're going to identify for each position a best performer. Someone that you think that's going to be good in explaining processes, someone that knows the responsibilities of that position, someone that you like the quality of how they perform. Because once I interview that person and I collect those processes from their mind to the computer or paper, they're going to be the one performing that on video. So select your best performers. There's another thing. You can be also a best performer for your own position, or maybe there is a position that you prefer that's better that you do because of what's going on in your department, or maybe they're all new. You know what, Gil? I'll perform all of them. You can interview them to make sure that you got all the processes, but I prefer to be the best performer. That's fine too. So you are the integrators. Best performers are people that work under you, work for you, and they represent one position. And then we have our due process team. I am your account manager, so I'm going to work very close to you, but with me I have a team of people. So I have a production team, which is the folks who are going to come around with the cameras and film, and then they're going to bring all the videos over here, they're going to add it, make it cool, put some music on the background, upload to the university. Now, the platform coordinators, they're over here. They build all this technology over here. They build the university. They upload videos. They design all of this. They're designers. They're put together the university for you. So this is all electronically. So those are the three groups that work together.
You said the integrators, the team, and this one, what was the third one?
The third one is due process team, is my team.
Okay.
And then within that team, you have three people. You have me, three groups. You have me, your account manager, I'm your contact person. And then you have the production team, the one that film videos, and then you have the platform coordinators, the tech people that actually put together your online university. Now let's talk about the entire program. This program is going to take 12 weeks to finish. Okay, you got the three groups over there. Do you see that they kind of work together? So you have us, you have best performers, and then you. It is on page 2. Is it page 2? Yeah, and then the next page. Yeah, there we go. The next page, you have all the responsibilities. But if you open up over there, here, thank you. If you open up over here, right, you have all the three groups working together, right? So you have you guys are the integrators, and then you have best performers, there we go, and then you have us. If you go to the next page, it has all the responsibilities. You're going to keep this binder with you. You have everybody's responsibility. Just look at your responsibility, roles of the integrator. You're going to manage this map, right? I'm going to extract processes from you, and you're going to be in charge of your division's map. But we're going to kickstart it together today. Work with best performers to collect and capture processes. So you're going to connect me with the best performers within your division, and I'm going to go there next week and interview them. So think about this. I'm going to be there 3 days next week from 9, 8 until 5 o'clock. And then let's pretend that Mary has, I don't know, five unique positions under her department. I need 1 hour with each of your best performers per position. So from 8 to 9 it's someone, 9 to 10. Just give me a place, give me access to the internet, and then I interview them. And then when I'm done, you send me another person. And then I'm gonna keep collecting those processes from that best performer, which is an interview. What do you do today? And then I know the difference between a process, a phase, a step, and I can help them, guide them through. So within 3 days, my goal is to interview every single best performer from each of your divisions. So your responsibility will be to coordinate with you guys within yourselves, or me also on the email, or you can call me or can call each other, to make sure that from 8 to 9 I'm with you in your division over there. And then from 10 until lunch I'm with you. And then within 3 days I only need 1 hour for each person. If we can't finish your position today, I would love to start with you guys, just in case we cannot finish your own position today. Then I would like to start with you. But I believe that 3 days will be enough for me to interview everybody, and guess what? And finish the map. So next week, if you could assign me to your best performers, that'll be great. And I'm gonna go over the calendar that's very specific for you. Schedule capture days. Let's pretend that we have mapped all your processes, all the positions. So you have 3 positions under your division. I interviewed all the best performers. I got 20, 30, 50 processes for each position. I sent it back to you. You approved, makes sense. You added a couple because they forgot. Gil, it's approved. You can go ahead and schedule the capture. You can schedule filming. So the next week, I'm gonna come around with my team. We're going to sit down with that best performer, and we're going to record. And you already approved all of that. So all you need to do is to connect me with the best performer, schedule, teach them what is a video day, be camera ready. If you want to do your hair the day before. If the video is on camera, make sure that you're going to have to explain a process, right? And then we have videos over here that we're going to send you so you can prep them. Be available for or present during capture days. During capture days and during interview, it would be nice if you are around, because you know them better than I do. So if you are around, you can help me troubleshoot. Let's pretend that I'm going to film someone and this person was excited, was awesome. They were, and then last minute, I don't think I want to do. I don't think I'm the best person. I need you there to psychologically motivate that person with me, right? And then the most important topic, which is the last one of that list, which is to continue the due process culture within your division. What that means that now that you've filmed all the processes per position, that is the City of Albany way of performing those. And you want everybody to perform that way. So every single time you have someone in your department who is not performing the way you want them to do, now you have a tool to send them back to, hey, could you log into your university and watch video number 5? It seems to me that you're performing 70% really well, but there's 30% of your position that you quite still need improvement. So use that as a tool since you are a manager, since you are a division leader. Am I making sense? Cool? So there are 6 milestones within this 12 weeks, okay? Today is onboarding. So you're getting a lot of information. We are onboarding you to be the project manager within your division. We are going to kickstart the mapping with your position today. I think if you go to the first page, you might have that same. There we go. It's right there. A second, I'm sorry. This one, yeah. There we go.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully that makes sense. You were saying in here, you know, that in each department, you would choose your best performers. So in my department, which is energy conservation, there are 4, myself being the manager support. But then there are 3 auditors, but each one of those roles are different.
Different.
Each one of their roles are different. So
So-
you said choose your best, but then they're all good in their roles.
When he would film all 3 of those, I
You
would
would
Because-
say all 3 of them. Okay,
because
I
you
just
would do
wanted to-
Scott as commercial.
Right.
You would do,
Okay,
and you would do Willie as just auditing.
Right.
That is a great question because I confuse people sometimes, especially if your department, I don't think it is your case, but especially when your department, you have 30 people, but then they're all under 3 positions. Then all you're going to map, you're not going to map people, we're going to map unique positions. So you have 3 people under you, and they're all fulfilled 3 different positions.
Yes.
Some of the responsibilities might overlap,
They do.
right?
Yes.
Some might overlap, but we still want to map them, okay? And we can record all of the 3, then you can pick the best ones, and then we add those same that overlap to each position, right? So you don't have, I know that some responsibilities overlap, but you don't want to, I don't know, Scott to show you one way and then Mary over here to show in another way. So pick just one, and we're going to sit down with you and you're going to pick the ones that you think is the best. Let me just go around. How many unique positions do you have under your department? How many on yours?
Oh, good. Each department, like hers has 3.
3?
Okay, you have 2.
Right,
Which is-
I have my people broken up into like 2 teams.
and
You know what? Okay, hold on. I know you have 3, but 3 unique positions, but how many people? 4, okay, that's
And that's
good.
counting her.
Counting her, but only 3
Well,
positions.
3 positions, right,
Okay,
other than me.
Now, each one of those positions, so we won't confuse you, will say energy conservation auditor. But within that position title, each one does something differently. They do the same thing. They'll take a ticket, they'll go out, they'll read it, they whatever. But Scott specializes in commercial. Willie specializes in general energy audits and reviews. And Bishop specializes in weatherization. So
really it's 4.
But, yeah, well, yeah, he put me as manager, yeah.
but you are under Mary, right?
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
everybody in here is under me.
So today we're going to actually kickstart your own mapping. Your mapping is going to be done like very quickly
Yeah, right.
because the people because the people in your department are here. Am I right on that? Okay.
Except the mail room.
Okay, gotcha. So it is 4, but because she's under Mary, we're going to put her under Mary. I got it. So 3 positions. Let's pretend that you have position 1, position 2, position 3. I know there are a couple of things that overlap, and we can record all of them across the board, or you can just identify, hey, listen, the basics of each position, I prefer that Scott does it for all of it. Or, you know what? Because the goal of each position is different, I want everybody to perform it because it ties up at the end. So you let me know what you wanted, what was the best. Mary, you can also point us in the right direction. Am I making sense? Did I answer your question? Okay, so let's go down. So how many people, I want to know how many people it's under your department, how many positions, how many unique positions it is within your department.
Okay, and count ourselves too? Or no?
Count yourselves too.
5 people in my department. Well, really, I have a loner person right now that I'm trying
To kind of get under you, yeah, I got you.
so let's just say 6.
6 people. How many unique positions? 2.
2 teams, yes.
2 teams or 2 positions?
Well.
Oh, you call it positions teams?
They have the same title,
Okay.
but they're separated into 2 teams of responsibilities.
Got it.
One
So,
is like a billing team, the other one is the audit team.
so probably you are going, am I making sense if you want to map 2 positions only? One from team 1 and one from team 2? Is that what you want to do? Okay.
But would you map hers as a position 2,
Yes.
which will make 3?
3.
Well, right. Oh, you're talking about me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he'll map you and then map your billing team
And audit
and
team,
then your audit team.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, next one. Who is ready to give me some numbers? I need how many people and how many unique positions with your position included.
Count the 311 as well.
You got it right? Oh, do you have like 30 plus people?
Yeah.
Do you have it? You are on the same team?
Yeah. So it would be the
Yes.
customer service manager.
Kind of separate them? Yeah, or I think I'm going to ask you.
Customer service representative. It would be your revenue recovery technician. It would be your 311 supervisor. It will be your front-face customer service representative. It will be your call center representative. It will be your 311.
We'll put on straight up to MindMeister when I'm done with the presentation. We're going to put all that information straight up to MindMeister task. So we don't need to.
Supervisor, senior, revenue recovery, front face, call center. 311. And 311. 311.
So you have like 30 plus people.
Yeah.
And then how many unique positions are you going to map?
All of those. Yeah.
Which is about 7-ish. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Awesome.
Now
You are all together. Okay, what about you guys?
It's a total of 10.
Total 10 people. Okay, unique positions? 4. That's it. So we're going to map that and put on that Meister text today. Do you want to see? Do you want to double check those 4?
Huh?
You want to double check those 4?
Was my mind going out loud? Let's see, you got the manager, you got the supervisor, you got the senior person, and you got the regular teller. Right.
Which one are your positions?
Manager and head teller.
And there are 2 different positions, right? And so it's both of you plus 2 unique positions. And then you have 10 people. Gotcha. Awesome. Could you just go back to the presentation so I can finish? I'm so sorry, Sarah. All right, so this is all mapping. We're going to kickstart that and put all that information on the computer. So that means mapping. We're going to kickstart the map today with your position. We're going to identify the unique positions within your department. You guys are going to identify the best performers for each of those positions so I can go there next week and interview them. That's all mapping. To extract all the information. That's the blueprint of this project. If mapping goes well, we are successful. That's the most important part. Then, let's pretend that everything is done. We're gonna go to a week of approval. I'm gonna give you a week for you to watch, see the map. Mary, you can sit down with each one of them. You can call me and I can kind of prepare you if you want to. I can rehearse it with you. I'm gonna sit down with all of them and you're going to approve the map before we bring the cameras. Meaning, makes sense? We did not forget any process. We're good. You sent me an email saying the map is approved for my records. Then we bring the cameras. Once we bring the cameras, we cannot change any process. We cannot add, we cannot take it out. This is it. It's the blueprint is signed. That's how important process approval is.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Processes are changing every day, because we have new software. We have constant upgrades, and they're changing. So when you say
Boom, approved.
what it is,
Only for the filming process. So let's pretend a month after that process is outdated. You just make a note, send us an email, and you select who is the best performer, and we go there and film again and put inside of the university.
so how often are we allowed to film? Because like she was saying, especially in the customer service area, if a technique fails, they may change it this morning and then this afternoon. If they go to the software, go to Munis, and Munis sends a trainer, the trainer calls in, they may say, no, do it this way now. We found out what the glitch is and why it does not flow into the service tech's computers like it should, dashboards like it should, so we're gonna change it. So if we put it in twice a day, it would be acceptable for you all to change those processes as we change.
I think we asked 30 processes to justify a day for us to go there and film all of them. So if you collect 30 of them, and then I think there is a charge for a production day. You guys have 5 production days within this contract, right? So with 5 production days, I can film all of you guys. Let's pretend that after 2 weeks, that process is outdated, no longer good. If you collect, Mary, 30 processes and make a purchase of a production day, we can go back there, refilm, and put them back.
How much is a production day?
Blake?
I'm not sure what Tracy worked out with Mr. Carter, but I mean, he's baking that in. So I don't see that as a problem for you guys. I would say if you are working in 2 softwares, like independently, you're going back and forth, I would make them separate processes for us to capture both versions of how you do it currently in those softwares. Does that make sense?
Well, I think what's happening is our processes are evolving.
Yeah.
They're changing.
Yeah.
They're being updated. We still have processes that aren't written in stone for anybody. We're just doing workarounds
Yeah.
to make it happen. So it's like,
So what we're trying to do here is what is our current best version of our processes now, today. If there's not a process for something, we don't have to capture it. I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
If we do software, we just had a client had a completely different software, it changes everything. right?
Right.
So we'll go in and we'll film all the new software stuff and make it happen. Like he said, these processes, and we may end up sending 2 teams. We could get up to 60 processes in one day. So it doesn't take, 2 months for us to update your university with what your current best practice is. And we'll be in touch with you throughout the year when you have process changes to come back in and make those happen.
What's the percentage of the processes within your division that are still changing? They're changing every day. Does it represent 5%, 10%, 50%? The reason why I'm asking you is because we just did Adams Exterminators and Albany State University. It is a university. Process changes every day. The way they filmed some of the processes, they actually did not explain specifically what buttons to push. They did a PowerPoint presentation and they explained the overview and the nature of that process. I'm going to give you an example. They're using different softwares to enroll students to some classes, and that software changes all the time. So what this advisor did was a PowerPoint presentation saying that this process is to teach you what does it mean to enroll a student to some classes. So you're going to have to go to a software, and then they go to their overview. So when the process keeps changing, you can just watch that video and you have the vision of that process. So they did that a lot. But again, it represented only like 10% of their overall. And they had solid 80% that it's very solid for someone to just watch a video and get them started within the position. I also want to say that it's kind of impossible to get 100% of every single thing that you do, because you have the human factor that someone has to have critical thinking and kind of, but if you were able to help me to connect with your folks and get them kick started and get some solid processes so your life is a little bit easier, that's going to be extremely beneficial.
I'm sure a lot of you, when you have new employees that come in, you're having to spend your time training these new people that come in or may come in the future. We're trying to mitigate that to where y'all have a job to do yourself, right? So we don't want you having to stand with somebody, for so long. Those are the processes we want to get out.
We believe that processes are life animals, and they're going to change, they're going to evolve, they're going to disappear. However, right now, like Blake said, there is a current best practice that you are performing right now, and those are the ones that we want to collect. When I say approve, I'm so sorry. When I say approval, it's just so we can film. Only because we are trying to avoid last second, last minute. We have Mary here on the camera, and then someone goes, wait. We don't know, we're not sure. Can we just jump that process? It's just so production can go very smoothly. Right, and I'm going to be in touch with you. We can talk every week. You can collect those processes depending on the price of a production day, which for you guys are cheaper than normal. So we can go back once you have 30. You can have 5 here, 3 here. Once you have 30, you justify a day. We can go there, film within 24 hours. We put them back to the university.
Would you prefer to film the one with the most
Processes first?
processes first?
Yes.
So that would be customer service.
Haha. 7 AP.
And I'm still counting.
Do you kind of have the best performers in your mind-ish?
I do. Yeah.
It is 7 counting your own position or without your position?
Counting my position.
Got it. Yeah, we can start with them. No
Yeah,
problem.
Mary, sometimes we do whoever has the most processes. Sometimes we start with who has the most turnover in their department.
That would be the same.
Yeah,
That'll be one of the
that would be perfect, because once we finish production, we can go ahead and launch that side of the university for them while we're working on the other divisions. So it's already useful to you right out of the gate.
Now, for the record, let's just state that the turnover is because of they're part-time, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they go to full-time positions, not
Not because they have a bad boss.
Are you saying that starting as part-time in your position opened doors for the entire career in the city of Albany?
Just about. Our position is, the customer service representative position is a part-time position.
Uh-huh.
Right now, it's not looking to turn into a full-time. We hope that it will one day, but when they find a full-time job somewhere else.
Another
they leave
position
us.
they go. And they're very well qualified because they already have the experience with you. So everybody wants them. How long does it take the turnover? Like 6 months, a year, or 2?
One day.
Well, we have,
That happened.
You're right. We have customers who, some people stay for 3 days, and that's why this is so useful, is because you can't train people that much.
Useful.
Right? It's impossible for you to spend that much time in training, so that's why we want them to sit down in front of this to be able to get trained at least as well as we can, so you're not so afraid of that turnover. And let's be honest, I mean, the last few years, turnover has been crazy for everybody, right? It's hard. We talked to Thomasville last week. I mean, they're having the same issues because you have private sector who's paying, has anybody been to Buc-ee's in Perry or wherever? They're paying $23 an hour, right? It's hard to compete against, people.
It's okay.
And customer service customer service is one of the biggest turnover areas. What was it, June 13th, we onboarded how many? 3? We have one of those people now. Yesterday,
Wow.
Monday, we onboarded, 2? So we're hoping that
They
at
stay.
least they'll stay to the end of the week. We are on
My
board.
God, guys.
We're on board like on Monday, and they may work until maybe Wednesday, and then they're gone.
It's
And
true,
we-
please.
And that's just a constant thing. We on board every 2 weeks, and we keep barely no one out of that process.
Once they see the work.
Once they see the work is overwhelming. And our pay for the tellers is $12 and something. Our pay for the customer services is $13.89 right now. Now with the budget changes on July 1, it will probably push up to around maybe 14.
Okay.
So
It's going
you
up.
can't keep those people, and it's just like, I was talking to somebody that wanted to be recommended for a teller position. I told them what it was. She said, well, the bank will pay me $16. So she's not coming here for $12 and some odd cents. And I was trying to woo her because she was bilingual, and I wanted that person, but I couldn't offer them.
Career. Do you have any career path program?
No.
No.
And it's hard to get those career path programs. I would like to see it set up so that if you're a regular customer service representative or a regular teller or either a part-time, at a certain point, at 6 months,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
become full-time.
But before they even they sign up for that program, so it's their first day. Are you signing up for the program? So know that within 2 years you're going to be something, going to be a manager, and you're going to be making this amount of money. So that's a little bit more.
Takes a long time.
6 is a long time.
Even when you're within a position, to be able to move, if ever.
But with this university now, the investment that you put into training someone is going to be less, right? Now you can put them to watch all the videos. They're going to know how to perform vast majority of the processes. Those that you change a lot, you're going to show them an overview of how to fix that process, how to perform that process. And then all you need to do is to bring them to your office and, okay, let's talk about the videos that you watched. Any questions? Now I'm going to observe you for the first two days, I don't know, first week. Then after that, you are on your own. So that's a tool that we're going to teach you at the end of the process, and how you are going to give access of the university to every single one under your department. It's super simple. Also how to monitor if they are watching the videos so you can get reports. And also in contact with me if a process gets updated, so we can collect 30 and go there, refilm, and upload it within 24 hours.
Would it be a summary or something that would tell us if we accomplished, maybe in the first couple of months, or whether we accomplished what we were trying to accomplish in terms of maybe them not having to have an individual person trained, but using this video process? Will we be able to let you know, okay, it's been successful, let's continue, or let's back up and try something else?
Yes.
We're talking about like a survey or something like that.
Yeah, so every single person will have a username, and when they go through their videos, we get reporting.
Okay.
So we know if they finished the video, we know if they complete the video, we know how long did it take for them to finish each module. And then we will know if when they finish and how long it took them to finish their courses. So we can give that information to you, and we can sit down and.
Will that person be surveyed at the end of it?
Oh, we can create
Training.
quizzes. Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm doing.
Mary will also have, once we finish the processes, either our team can participate or your team can. We usually do like a short quiz after each video. So you as division leaders will get feedback also on that aspect of, are they understanding what they
Right.
watch? They can't just sit there and fast forward through the video and take a nap. you know?
Okay, that's what I'm interested
So you will get reporting on who's completed what, and they'll also receive a certificate per that division. So let's just say it's in billing. When they complete it, they will receive a billing certificate as they went in through Billing University.
Mary, let's talk about quiz and surveys. Per position, you can type, once you see the list of processes, it will be easier for you to come up with those quizzes questions. You can be 5 questions or 10 questions. We can build those quizzes. After they're all done with the courses, if you give me a Word document with a set of questions and true or false, we can build that electronic quiz. So that's quiz. If you want to do a survey too, that's fine, which is a separate quiz, like, did you like the videos? Did you like this experience? Could you survey and tell us if you like this format? Is this useful for your position? You can go that way too. And we can do this survey for every single position the same way, just to collect their information so we can tell other departments. So you have that data. You can say in the meetings with other people, hey, listen, the due process program in our division has been successful because we had 45 people that went through, and 98% said that it was very useful, was very positive for them to understand the nature of their position. We can do that too.
Right, thank you.
On the quiz, do you offer more than just true or false?
I think we can multiple choice
And true and false.
and true or false.
You can do short answer as well, but we usually do multiple choice and true or false.
That's a great question. We also have the multiple choices, like 5 or 6, yes. Is that better for your department than true or false?
Yes, I'm more
Or
so
mixing?
thinking about just overall, more so customer service, because it's funny, you know, a lot of us have been here a lot of years, and you'll be surprised how, oh, I never heard that situation come up. And I think with customer service, especially when you're talking about new tenants or homeowners maybe needing a business license, I think that happened yesterday, is kind of one of those unique situations. Or we have those unique situations, and it's kind of like, you know, you being able to think yourself. And with this new system now, it takes a lot of thinking, and a lot of people, they just, instead of them thinking on their own, they're just going to ask somebody else, and then it's just time for something.
Got it.
So that's all I was wondering.
Got it. Yeah, we can do multiple choice like Blake said, and also open questions if you want to. So we have done this, that. Now we're going to finish this, and then we're going to kickstart your map. So let's keep going. Okay, so when you approve your processes, we come with the video crew, and we're going to spend 1 week filming everybody. There are 2 types of video, okay? There are videos, they're outside the camera, and videos that are inside the computer. If the process is on the computer, we're only going to screen record and then the voice of the person. So super simple. Now, if the process is performed outside the computer, then we're going to bring those real cameras, and we're going to follow the person, and that's like real production. So there are 2 types of processes. On computer processes are faster and easier, and we think that with the nature of your business, I would assume that 70% of the processes are on computer. Am I right to say that, Mary?
Yes.
Yeah.
What we do is on the computer, is that what you're saying? You're gonna watch the screen?
I do know that some of the process might be outside the computer. I don't know how to take out the trash or how to turn on the, I don't know, how to fix the printer.
Yeah.
how
It's torn up now, so.
With the towel rolls in the bathroom.
Let's pretend that we're going to spend 1 week filming all those processes, so I'm going to need your help to kind of schedule all of those. We film per people, per best performer. So think about a production board with the name of the best performers on top and then the list of their processes. So I'm going to ask your help to schedule all those folks with me for us. That's production, 1 week. After that, we're going to build the university. Those two ladies over here, they go on a computer and they're hackers and they build the university. They do all that for us. So we wait on the production team to create the videos. This production team send the information to them and they build the university for us. We have a meeting with all of you back again to teach you how to give access of this university to the folks within your department and how to create this process culture, how to explain about the difference between, I know there's some processes that we update, we change, but this is how you're going to use this university, all right? So now let's go to the 12-week program. After that, we're gonna kickstart your position and you guys are going to map your own position at the same time.
Gil, did you discuss the video approvals?
Not yet, yes, no, I haven't.
Okay.
Good choice, good reminder. Let's pretend that we build 1 week, we film all of your processes in 1 week. You guys are gonna get access to all those videos, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna prove it to us. And if you wanna change something, you can, okay? Or if you wanna add a step, you can. But you're gonna have access to every single video so you can approve after your approval we put inside of the university. So you are orange, best performance yellow, our team, and we have some cool holidays going on in our 12-week program. So let's go forward and go over it. Today is onboarding meeting, more or less 2 hours. We're almost done. Next week, you're gonna choose 3 days so I can go there and interview your best performers. We're gonna identify best performers today, okay? Then the week of the 25th, we're going to approve the map. You're gonna pick 1 day here. You can pick the 29th, so we have more extra days over here, that's fine. So on the 29th, you're gonna approve the map so we can go there and film. Let's pretend that you pick 3 days over here, but we need a 4th one. Look how many days we have. Okay, so here we're going to interview best performers. Week 3, we're going to expect that you guys are gonna sit together and approve the map, only because, next, let's go to August. Over here, we're going to do a production board meeting where I'm gonna show you how the production is gonna work. And I'm gonna give you a homework to help us to schedule those production days with the best performers. Just tell me the day and location that I need to be. Communicate with all of them. So that's what the production board is. Then we are filming all those processes during 1 week. Then we have 3 weeks to edit and give you guys for approval. Let's go to September. There is a Labor Day holiday over there. 1 more week for you to approve all the processes. You are approving processes because you have to perform your own position. You also have to watch a bunch of videos. So I wanted to give you as much time as I can so you can watch all the videos and approve them on this software. It's super simple. You're gonna watch the video, you can comment, you can approve or disapprove. Then, once you approve all the videos and we are putting them inside of the university is done. Because throughout this entire process, they are going to be working on the back end and building all the blocks of that university online. On this week, you're going to pick 1 day for us to have a manager's meeting. Mary, I'm going to have another phone call with you so we can pick those dates. I'm going to give you like a couple days or 3 days for you to marinate those dates. So you can pick a day throughout this week for the managers meeting. This is that meeting where I'm going to teach you all the buttons of the university. So when you get a new hire, you can easily give access to that university to that person. And then here, you're going to pick a day for you to do what we call launch event. You're going to launch the Due Process University within your department. It could be a meeting. It could be an event with food. It could be everybody together, like a conference call. It could be, we prefer that the fancier the better, because the amount of time and resources that you guys spend on this project, let's make it bigger. Let's make it like, now is a change of culture. We are now going to refer back to the university so we can standardize processes within our division. So we spend a lot of money and time, so I want everybody to understand that and take advantage of this university. So we're going to train you how to give you a lot of information, so how can you hold that meeting with your division. Or, if Mary prefers, we can do one entire shebang. One event with everybody, like 55 people. That's okay too. Or we can do per division, and if you need our help, we can go there. We can help you giving access to the university to everybody. That's the day that everybody gets access to the university, and we can be there to troubleshoot, to do the technology part, and you do the talking, you do the culture, you explain, you give the importance of this new tool that's going to help everybody. This is the 12-week program. I'm going to send this to an email to everybody. I just want to say that within 12 weeks, we can finish this entire program. I understand that some things might happen and we can move things around. This is not set in stone. But I will get some dates from you, especially those weeks that you need to pick one day. So we have those dates already logged in our calendar, so we can keep moving forward. Cool? Can we start mapping? That's the main reason why we're here. We spent like almost 3 hours just to go to mapping. Mary, I'm going to map your position, okay? Let's go to Meister Task and also open the trigger list. Do you guys want to take a break before we do that?
Yes.
Yeah? Let's just take a 5-minute break. Restrooms is out to the right, the second door. We also have coffee.
What was the code again?
124, right? Was open? How's everything?
Fine.
Fine? Too much?
My mind is spinning.
I know it's
I've already jumped to September.
We can work on those days together.
So what I'm trying to figure out now, when we do our launch preview,
Uh-huh.
would
Also,
that
if y'all
be
want
done-
anything other than water, there are like Cokes, Coke Zero, Sprites in there also.
Thank you. That blue looks so good on you.
Thank you, thank you.
would you, should we have them set so they would be at an individual computer at that time?
Oh, if you do have a lab,
Uh-huh.
that's perfect.
Okay, we'll see how we can do that. Now, either we can do, I was just thinking about, doing the boardroom and just have it on, the screen on that
Front.
screen.
Because I doubt if that building will be ready. That's what I
No,
was
because they have to
thinking.
wire, they gotta wire it.
Mary, do you have some budget to make that just not a simple meeting, but a little food, a little thing?
Yeah.
You do? The more fancier you make it, the better.
I hire fees for food. We do the veterans breakfast for the whole city, and it's in my budget, so I always have some money somewhere where if I need some extra stuff for the veterans, I can go and move it around.
All right. Before we do that, could you just, can I just see the Meister task? Okay, guys, we already got some of the informations from you, and we kick-started the map. So let's go over here. We have department number 1, which is administrative services. That's Mary is the integrator. And her position that we're going to map today, it is over here. Right, could you put Mary's name over here? Mary Patty. And then inside of her position, we're going to dump all the process that she performs, and I'm going to interview her here today. So you're going to see what I'm going to perform when I meet your best performers. You can close that off. The next department is energy conservation. Where are you, Caroline? So she is the integrator of that team, and while I interview her, I would like you to open your book, your binder, on this page over here, one of these, okay? The one that you kick-started already. Oh, look at you. Already started. Yep. Oh, right here, thank you. This one, now I understand what you're talking about, Sarah. And go ahead and put your, remember, orange is department, the name of your department. Yellow is the name of your position. And then down here, if you have a solid process, I'm going to define what is a process again. I'll be more clear. If you have like questions, I don't know if this is a process, a phase, a step, dump them here. Just put them over here, okay? Let me give you an example of a process. Taking out the trash at my house is a process. That's the name of the process, how to take out trash. That's the name. Now the video of me taking the trash, I'm going to give the steps. So see, I have a process, which is a process, just a title of how to do something. And then the steps are actually the video. Let me show you the video of me taking out the trash here. It's going to be something like this. Hi, on this video, I'm going to teach you how to take out the trash here at the Mora's house. So I'm the responsible to take the trash because my wife wanted me to take it. She goes to me and say, hey, trash is ready for you. That's my trigger. So I get out of the couch, stop the soccer game, and go to the trash can. The trash can, before I even take out the bag, I do this, right? It's easier. I already learned my lesson. Once it is tied down, I take it out. I don't put the lid yet because I'm going to go outside, so I have to let Rachel know that I'm going to put it back. So I get the trash, I walk outside, I put on the dumpster, I come back, it is already open, I go inside and I take another bag. That's the next step. I open up that bag, I'm looking at the camera. I'm putting the bag inside, make sure it is tight, and put the lid on top of it. And this is how you take out the trash here at my house. Cut. That's a video process. Could you please access Hog and Bones? Are you able to find the uniform video for Hog and Bones? I want to show you a couple of process videos. You can go in Frame or you can go to the university. So that's a process. And I want to show you a couple of video processes so you kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you maybe a couple from Adams, Exterminators, and Hog and Bones. Do you know Hog and Bones?
Yeah. I thought it was kind of neat how you guys think that were how to get here. Yeah. And
It's Blake.
I was jumped over the counter. I was like, really?
Everyone has to jump back over the counter when you leave. Hey, I wanted to mention too, as she's pulling that up,
It is
any
Wesley.
resources that you have, let's say you have call scripts or flow charts or anything that you have that's a PDF
What
that
about
someone
this?
refers
Would that
to,
be-
all that can be placed
Which one?
How
inside
to
the
change a
university
paper and
as
printer?
well for quick access.
I wanted the uniform if
So
you can. If you
anything
can't
like
find
that
it, it's
you have
okay.
That's printable or it's a PDF, that all
Look,
can be
just the Hog and Bones
uploaded
look.
inside of this platform
Maybe
as
that's the
well.
name of the process? No? Yeah, before I move forward, I just wanted to show a couple of videos. Yeah, you can just, to make it easier, there we go. There we go. And you can just get the link all the way down. There we go. More down. You got the link. Good job. Told her she's a hacker. They both are.
Hi, so today I want to talk to you about the employee uniform policy. If you look today, I brought Jacob along with me. We're not talking about a manager policy today. We're only talking about a normal standard employee. Someone who's working on the front line, in the kitchen, things like that. So I brought Jacob along today because Jacob showed up to work today in complete uniform. So good job, Jacob. On me, on the other hand, I showed up out of uniform. But I want to compare. I want to show you the differences. So at Hagamon, our uniform starts off with black shoes. It's black skid-resistant shoes. If you look at Jacob, he has solid black shoes on, skid-resistant, which is perfect. If you look at my shoes, on the other hand, on purpose today to show you the difference, I wore gray and black tennis shoes. That's not correct. His shoes is correct, mine is incorrect. So the black socks.
Can y'all tell he's from Southwest Georgia?
No. Every day, every different form. I wore a white sock today to show you that white sock's not correct, but the black is the correct. The next step that I want to show you is blue jeans. Here at Hagamon, we allow our employees to wear blue jeans so that they can enjoy where they're working and they're more relaxed. If you notice, his is a dark blue jean, and mine is too. Either one of these jeans would be okay today to wear. The next step is the black belt. We require our employees to wear a black belt. There can be no color on the belt, no bling bling, no bolts on it, just a solid black belt. So good job, Jake. The next thing is his t-shirt. When you look at his t-shirt, we have two different shirts on today. I have a black one, he has a red one on. Black and red is our normal t-shirts. The difference is, his is tucked in and mine is untucked. What do you think is correct? Well, I'll tell you, it has to be tucked in.
Yes, the next one's going to show up on screen from Dave or something. The next one, it's Adams, Dave,
The next
on
thing I want to
screen.
show you is moving on up. Look at how well groomed
The next
he is.
process,
If
show
he
them
did have long
Adams
hair, he would
one
need to make sure
from
his hair's
Dave
up off
on
the
screen.
shoulders. If you notice, it is off the shoulders because it's a short, clean cut. That's what we want to see. If you look at his necklace he has on today, he has it tucked inside of his shirt. The good thing is, it's not dangling, anything like that. If you wear earrings, they can only be dime size earrings. They can't be big hoop earrings. They have to be normal, standard dime earrings. Now, let's look at fingernails for a minute. Jacob, hold your hand up with me. Fingernails. Fingernails can only be right across the tops of your fingertips.
They're in
So
food
if you're a
and
person
beverage
who wears
industry,
long
so.
fingernails typically, here at Hagamon, you cannot do that. That is against policy. Now keep in mind, that is a Georgia state health violation. The health department requires that all employees wear small fingernails due to being in the food service. So with that being said, that has become a Hagamon policy because of that. So, good job, Jacob. You came in today, you look great, proud of you, man. And that is the employee requirements on dress code.
All right, she's going to get another video for us to watch a on-screen video, but this is what a process is. So the name of the process was uniform policy. So that's what I'm extracting from you today, not the steps, not the content of the process, but the title of the process. So the title of the process has to be as clear as we can. Make it a sentence if you need to. Avoid doing a checklist, uniform. That's not a process name. What would be a correct process name is how this is, here are uniform policy, all the details of a uniform policy. That's what a title of a process should be. Am I making sense? Okay, now we're gonna watch a on-screen video, which you're gonna see only a computer screen and a voice of someone giving you the steps. If you go to the production board of Adams and go under Dave, you pick one. Oh, you want to. Then go all the way down to Dave, and then, or you can go to Frame.io too. If those these videos that I'm showing you, you're already kind of knowing some of your processes, you can, Dave, yeah, just go all the way down.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
keep going. Oh, you gotta open up. You have a link inside of it. Just open up.
A lot of these are on screen.
Ah, okay. Just keep going down. You're gonna find a screen one. There we go. Just pick one. There we go. This is an iPad.
Good day, my name is Dave, and right now we're going to show you how to download and reinstall the Service Suite mobile application. There are various reasons you may need to do this. The application is having some issues, or simply maybe there was just a needed update. You find the Service Suite icon on your phone. You hold down the icon, and it will pop up your flyout that says edit or remove. We want to remove the application. You will delete this application. Application poof disappears. Use Fox or Safari. You will have a link that will take you to the Serve Suite download. The mobile app for iOS release is listed here. Make sure to refresh this page. Pay attention to the version number. If the version number has not changed, there is no update. You tap the icon in the middle right, and it will begin the process of installing the Serve Suite application. You may have to click multiple flyouts and pop-ups to tell it yes.
That's okay.
Flipping back to our home screen, we can watch.
As you can see, we're gonna screen your computer or your device. We're gonna put a microphone on you, and you're going to explain the steps and the buttons that you go over through this video. So all we need today, so those are the two types of videos. We have on-camera videos and on-screen videos. I'm assuming the vast majority of your videos are going to be on screen, and we can also add those steps down here to help the person to navigate throughout your video. For this particular one, they prefer to be no music in the background. They prefer not to have those steps because people on that organization is already familiar with that app, but we can build those on yours. So put the steps on the background, on the bottom, so they know how many steps are you going to go over. We can also put some music on the background like Hog and Bones. So now, Mary, are you ready for me? Could you now put this on the screen and then the trigger list? While I'm asking her questions, take notes. So you have two parts for you to take notes. If you are sure that it is a good process in your mind, you put under your position here. If you are you have questions you want to ask me later, put in your notes, right? So a process is a chronological sets of steps to accomplish a task. That's what a process is. Okay, and right now I just want the names of the process. So Mary, are you ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready? Let's do it. Could you please go through your day from start to finish so we can catch some processes?
Okay.
What's the first thing that you do?
My normal day. I park. I back in, not good.
Mm-hmm.
But when I walk in the door, I greet the lobby.
Okay.
Because there's always like the security guard. And I kind of look at him, focus on him to see if there's a problem, anything that he wants to say, hey, watch so-and-so.
Okay.
And I come in and then my administrative assistant is usually there.
Okay.
If there's something that she has that's pressing, she may say, hey, Ms. Petty, just happened, can you answer this, can you do this? That's before I walk into my office. Then I sit down.
Okay.
And the first thing I do is I turn my computer on.
Okay.
Okay, once I turn my computer on, I'll return any phone calls that I got overnight. I check my text from overnight.
Okay.
Because you get phone calls and texts, because we're on call 24 hours a day.
Just a second. So first process is to how to check phone calls. So we're gonna film you going on the phone and checking how many missed calls that you have. So that's number one. That's process number one. How to check missed calls. What is the next one you do?
I check my phone from the night, my cell phone.
Okay.
And if I have any calls on my cell phone that I need to return, if I have any texts on my cell phone that I need to respond to, I usually respond to them during the night, but I can't
Okay.
access my computer during the night. So I'll check, if somebody says I need you to check my account, I'll come in that next morning and I'll start checking that account.
Okay.
I'll check and see if I got any phone calls, messages on my phone, my desk phone. If I do, I'll pick those up, return those. And through that process, I respond to any of the emails that I have. If it's a Monday morning, I'll check the payroll.
Okay.
Columns.
Pause. How to check payroll on Monday. That's a process. Go ahead.
Okay, and once I do that, if I need to call in either one of them and say, hey, your payroll is not finished or whatever, approved.
Okay. Pause. How to approve a payroll. That's another process. And in that process, you're going to say sometimes you need to contact the person and ask them to approve this. Those are the steps on how to teach someone how to approve their own time. There we go. Go.
Okay, and then if there's so much that goes on, if there's a invoice, a requisition in E1, I'll go in and I'll approve that requisition for payment.
Okay, pause. How to approve requisitions / payment. Is that right? Bilingual? Okay. Okay, keep going.
If we have someone to onboard, if it's a Monday morning, it's one of those onboarding Monday mornings, I'll make sure that whoever is onboarding that Monday morning, who has a new person that's coming in, that they are in the process of their onboarding, if they need anything for their onboarding, like they have to sign dress code policy.
Okay, pause. Overview of onboarding.
Overview of onboarding.
Onboarding. Okay, another pause here. Remember, her position is unique. Okay,
Yeah.
within your department. The reason why we're collecting those processes is so when we hire someone else, it's easier to onboard. Hers is very unique, but you get the gist of it, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. If one day I don't know, City of Albany has become huge and you need more help in your own office, you can, now that you explain yourself how to perform those, you can delegate those videos to someone else under you, like an assistant or something.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm trying to get to, a point of delegating it to my admin,
There we go.
and then I don't have to do it, but.
But it comes from you, so you are explaining it, so it's
Yeah.
perfect.
So, and then once we do that, I'll jump to, it's a Monday morning, and we're trying to fill a position. Trish will bring me maybe a handful of applications and say that I pull these, I think they'll be interested or either good for us to hire.
Okay, pause that. Review applications for new hires.
Right.
So how to review? What are the things that you usually see? What are red flags? What are what are your processing? Do you check? Do you have the position, the job description over here, and you compare the cover letter? So that's what you're going to do.
We have the application. I take the application, look through the applications. They have already looked at them and say, you know,
These are kind of good, yeah.
Yeah. So then I would call that person and I would say, hey, Mrs. Is this Elizabeth Jones?
Oh, you also call them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so another process, how to call potential hires. Are you scheduling an interview or you just...
Setting up the interview for a customer service representative.
When you call them, you just call them for a little phone interview or you call them to schedule? You schedule, okay. Contact new hire to schedule, potential hire to schedule for an interview. Okay, keep going.
Okay, and I call and I say, Ms. Jones, this is Ms. Katie, Albany Utilities. I have your application here for a customer service part-time position. Are you still interested in that position?
Mm-hmm.
They say, yes, I'm interested. Okay. We are setting up interviews for this coming Thursday. Are you able to take this interview?
Yes, I am. Okay, we have a 9 o'clock opening. Will you be able to take that in?
And that's all inside of that one process, which is contacting them.
Contact them.
Let's pretend that you contact all of them already.
I've contacted all of them already.
What do you do next?
Then I set up a schedule. I got Ms. Jones at 9 o'clock. I got Ms. Smith at,
How to set up schedule for
set up
interview
a
for new
schedule
hire.
interview.
There we
And
go.
then once I set that schedule up, I will give copies of that schedule to everybody that's involved, everybody that's gonna be on the interview panel.
Pause. How to distribute scheduling with the team, with the staff.
And then I take the application, run 2 copies of that application, because you usually gonna have 3 people on that interview board. Run 2 copies of that application, take the original application, and the original application will be in the folder for the lead person that's interviewing.
How
So I
to,
like those as one process, those are steps.
all the staff, yeah.
Yeah, that's one process.
So that's all inside of how to set up the team for the interview. You can do one process called how to set up, did you call lead team, interviewer team?
No, it's just an interview, it's just the interview team.
Interview, how to
There's
set,
one lead person on that team.
okay. How to set up the interview team. And then within that process, like Blake said, she's gonna go over all of this. There's one lead, she makes copies, she gives the pack for each one of that board, and there we go. So let's pretend that you're done with that.
Okay.
Do you have anything else? Anything on the computer? Anything that is critical that you want to delegate that for someone else?
Yeah, what do you mean, if I want to delegate this process to somebody else?
Is there anything else? Okay, let's go to the next question then. Do you have any daily or weekly routines, or you already gave them all to me?
Whatever comes up, it's a fly-by-day job.
Gotcha. You already go through your journey, initial contact to completion of the product. Are you responsible for any monthly, quarter, or annual tasks or reports?
Yeah, KPIs, key performance indicators.
So how to set up, or what is that? How to?
Okay, I guess I have to explain it, and then you tell me how to consolidate it in what you're asking me. At the end of the month, every, say, in customer services, they'll send me their key performance indicators. That may be how many phone calls they took for the month, how many walk-in customers they took for the month, how many work orders they took for the month, how many were non-pay, how many were whatever. And at the end of the month, by the 5th of the next month, I need to have these set in a shared folder for Mr. Carter.
Got
and
it.
Yvette to see.
Got it. How to set up KPIs. That's awesome. Let's keep going over here. What parts of your job are your favorite? First, what are the things that you like? Do you like a, do you want to do?
Yes. I like mostly customer interaction.
Customer interactions?
Customer interactions, staff interactions, I like that most.
Let's talk about customer interactions. Do you solve any problems that maybe your team are not able because you have more access to systems and resources?
Not so much as having access to system and sources, but and making a final decision. If they decide, okay, this customer came in, they don't have all of their deposits or whatever, something looks bad on the lease and they're up and down about whether or not I should go ahead and take the lease or whatever. And Lisa might come to me and she's getting good now. She didn't come to me that much, but y'all and say,
So you
know what I'm going to say. We try to err on the side of the customer and give good customer service. And if she says, "What do you think I need to do?" I say, "Just go ahead and check this, check that, and just go ahead and turn them on."
that process, for instance, because it is kind of like you are there to give extra support. That video will be just an overview. It won't be a step-by-step thing.
Yeah.
So on that process, you're going to say, hey, in this position, I always available if they need any extra help. So when someone from my team comes to my office, they need my support, or I can also support straight up a client. We're going to call that customer service support. How to provide additional customer service support. Is anything else that you really, really like? It could be meetings that you are responsible for, or could be tasks that you really like on the computer because you know how to do it and it looks awesome.
I like making
anniversary cards for people when it's their anniversary.
Are you in charge of that?
Mm-hmm.
And buying the card?
No, you don't buy the card.
He makes
You
them.
make the card.
You
buy-
make the card.
Yeah, you buy the card
Very
stock paper.
good.
Are you responsible to come up with the card, or I don't know, all the, for the month birthday people
What,
in a staff?
I forgot about, in the mornings, I have a schedule on my wall. If it's like today, it's Stephanie's anniversary. So it's set up by, in chronological order by January, February, March, all the way down. So I know who has a birthday and an anniversary on July 1.
How to manage and set up the calendar, the internal calendar for his staff? If I say that,
We call it,
yeah, how do you call it that? I'm making up names over here, but it's important for you to know what I'm
I want
doing.
you to make the names up.
But you know what? But when 2 weeks from now, when I'm about to record you, and if I say we have cameras over here, 3, 2, 1, action, go. You're going to tell us what is the overview of the customer service support? What is this?
But I want to, what do we call it? Acknowledgements, milestone acknowledgements or something like that, because if it's your birthday, I'm gonna send you,
That's good.
I like that.
I'm gonna send a shout out that says,
Acknowledgements.
Yes.
This says today, good morning, hashtag Team Petty, today is Carolyn's birthday.
Got it.
Let's reach out and give her a happy birthday, and then you get a little image of a birthday.
That's really
card.
important for culture.
If it's like her anniversary, she got a hashtag, the whole team got a hashtag. Today is Stephanie's 34th anniversary. Let's reach out and give her a congratulations. And if my printer is working good, I'll make her a card.
A card.
And I know that she likes certain things, so I have graphics through Print Shop. And I'll make her a card, and it may have graphics like she likes flowers, she likes
So
different things.
we have a graphic designer on the team here.
And then mostly her, like, she has a granddaughter that she loves. So I
Could you
may
start
have,
adding
like,
that to the Meister task?
Something on there that has
Or do you want me
that.
to pull this down?
Put on the Meister test because I want to show them.
What do you call that?
She's calling that.
I said how to manage acknowledgement milestones.
Right, right. And
So-
if it's your milestone birthday, or 30, 40, 50, 60, no 70.
And again, when she's not only Mary is doing an overview of that task or explaining what that task is, she also needs to give steps on how to do those things. So for a birthday, you have to design your own. At least this is how I do it. And, we don't have any extra budget for this. Because that's why you're not going to go to Walgreens and buy a card. We do them internally. You're going to create this in this software. Then you pass them around to get signatures. So you also teach someone, because one day we believe that you might delegate that task to someone.
They each in their departments also acknowledge. They also acknowledge in their department, and they do have like a buy a birthday card.
Awesome.
And I would buy a birthday card, but you're still gonna get acknowledged through the system, through the hashtag system. And if it's a milestone, we get balloons, we get cake, we get ice cream, we celebrate. And if it's a big milestone, you might make Larry turn the music on with Jasmine and Lobby. I had that first of the year. I should be fired, but we not.
Let me ask you this. Do you have petty cash policies?
We don't have any petty cash anymore.
Do you have any credit card that you can use?
I have a P card
P-card.
that I can use, but mostly I use my money because I don't want people going back and through the city and saying, let's go back and check Mary's P card.
So you do a reimbursement process.
No.
So do you use your own money and then turn in the receipt and they reimburse
No.
you? No?
We don't do that.
Do you only use your own money and that's your contribution to the company?
Yeah, and if I take them out to dinner or something like that, like if we're having a meeting, I use my P card.
P-card. Okay, can you give an overview of the P-card? Is that a process? How to use it and what is it? Is that just letter P card?
Well, I think it's a purchase card. They just said P card. It's a purchase card.
Is it okay?
So after you go through all that,
Pause. Are you responsible to make those calls?
yeah.
Okay, what's the name of that process? Which is very difficult to make.
Could
you add that?
Negotiate with paper arrangement or something like that.
Okay.
And it's not just me,
What is
it's
it?
all of us sitting like, it's all
Give me a cool name again. Give me that name again.
I said, what do you want to say?
How-
Negotiating a payment, a delinquent payment process.
How to contact a customer. How to contact a customer and negotiate the bill. How to negotiate payment.
I don't want to negotiate the bill. I want to negotiate a payment.
How to negotiate payment, not the bill.
How
Yeah.
to negotiate a delinquent payment.
Payment. Yes.
And once you talk to them, you don't have the money or whatever, because for the whole year, you just been going down there to Pretoria Field.
So let's pretend that she's explaining that process. She might have like a PowerPoint presentation. Here's the scenarios. Scenario number 1, they don't have the money. This is what you do. Scenario number 2, they have half of the money. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Scenario 3, we have a payment plan. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then fourth scenario, they have the full payment. Or they don't have it at all. Those are the things that you do. So that's a process that's going to be very difficult for you to perform. But
all of them are, even when you get to her, and we gonna do the same thing, except for when you get to doing who's baby. And if I work out something with you, you say, okay, I got $1,000 of it, and I'll think about it for a while, and I'll say, okay, then when can you pay the other $1,500? And you'll say, well, I can pay you $500 next week, $500 next week, have $500 the next week, or whatever. I'll make a payment plan with you. And then I call Lisa, either Carol, and I say, I made a payment plan with Gil, and this is the way he's gonna pay it. And then they say, okay, and then they make a ticket and they turn it back on. Then I'll respond back to you there, either Mr. Carter, I did contact this customer.
there we go.
We were able to work out a payment arrangement with him. He's gonna do this, this, and this. And then they will in turn send it, and I'll CC Sonia Talbert over in
See, she's going her all the steps of that one process.
in the mayor's office, and then she would let the mayor know. Mary Ann contacted them. They're gonna make a payment arrangement. They're gonna turn the services back on. That clears the mayor's email, clears his concern about that. That clears from Yvette. That clears it from Mr. Carter. And now we got to worry about it in the next 2 weeks because he's not coming with $500.
See what happened over here? Forget a little bit about the content, but the steps. Once I ask you what are the steps of a process, you have performed it so much that you know it like second nature. It's a habit. You're going to be able to record yourself, and we don't have to put your face on that video. We can if you want to, and you can just go over the steps like she did. But remember that the audience of that video are people that just got that position. They don't have a lot of information. So be very slow with them, very caring, and step by step explaining the entire overview and the scope of work of that process.
So
Last question for you.
What you want me to say is, I received this email from Yvette, either Mr. Carter. I will now pull up Gil's account. His account number
Yes, ma'am.
is.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'll go to your account.
This is how you search for the account number. This is the field that you place the name. But exactly the way you said it. Now, last question for you, which is what software, program, hardware, equipment that you use every day that you might need to teach someone how to use those equipments or programs on the computer?
Tyler Munis,
How they spell that? How to use
the Munis software.
Dominions.
Munis. Spell it for me, you know, my M-U-N-I-S, Munis software.
Okay, so on this process, you're going to give an overview of that software. Like, this is the menu, this is the dashboard, this is what I do, this is what I don't do. Now, you can also break it down in things that you actually do, processes that you actually perform on that software, because I don't know what that software is, what do you use that software for?
Review your account, tell you how much the utility bill is.
So those are all processes. So how to check an account, how to see how much is the bill.
Yeah, how to do consumption, how to make adjustment, how to do tickets.
Now, I know that you guys are also going to have those processes under you, and if we're filming them over there, and let's pretend it is a trainer that has been explaining that a lot of time, we can also add those to your position. So in addition to yours, they can watch those videos. Did you get those from the process, from the system? Mm-hmm. How to check the bill, how to, mm-hmm. All right. So this is it. So that's what we call trigger list. This is exactly what I'll be performing with your best performers. And were you able to collect a couple about your position? Yes or no? Yeah? Do you think you are 50% in? Or you completed 100% of your position? More or less? So I'm going to interview you next week when I go to your office. So I'm going to start with all of you. But you already know this. So you can also go home, and before your meeting with me, I'm going to have a meeting with Mary so she can schedule everybody for me, okay? And what I'm going to start with all of you first so we can finish your position. I'm going to bring my computer with me, and I'm going to show you how this is going to look like on MeisterTest. Could you open MeisterTest for me, please? Check this out, Mary. Okay, close it off. Okay, stay there. Close this off. Oh, cool.
Sorry, I had to reload it.
Okay, no problem. To update, yeah. Could you close this off over here? Bing, so I can get more space. Thank you. So see, under your position, okay, hold on, let me just give them an overview. I'm so sorry. There we go. We have each column is a department. You seeing them, Ms. Mayor? We have here the department name. Then we have the integrator, like I told you. Under your position, click over here, please, Sarah. We were able to collect 29 processes for her. Each one of those checklists, how to approve payroll, it will be a video. So one day I'm going to go to her office. If that process, we're going to tag this process. It is on screen or off screen. If she says it is on screen, I'm going to set up the software on her computer to record the screen and mic her up. And I'm going to say, okay, Mary, your next process is how to, could you go up? Oh, I'm sorry, down. There we go. How to approve payroll. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, this is how, and then I'm going to record the screen, and she's going to give the steps of those videos. So I'm going to ask you to review those processes, add more, take them out. I do have your email over here. We're going to add you to this board so you can kind of see it, what it is. You're not going to be able to change anything, but you can just view, you can take notes on your note, and when I go there, I can just add that for you. Just take some notes if you want to add or take it down any process. So the first order of business today is for next week, if you could pick 3 days for me to go in, 1 day to interview all of them, and then the second day to interview their best performers. So we just have one thing to finish today, then we're good to go. We need to identify every single unique position from your department, and then you're going to do dash in front of that position. You're going to select the best performer of that process, of that position, I'm sorry. So what I need you to do on paper, I'm going to ask them to go around and collect that, is I need a list of position names, and then I need, after that, a dash, and the first and last name of the best performer of this position. I'm going to send that information to Ms. Mary, and also going to send that information to you. Are you going to schedule my meeting with them so I can sit down with them? So first of all, list all the positions, the unique positions within your department. Any paper you can put on. Yes, ma'am.
I need paper. This is not real paper.
Okay. Do you? You can use like in the back too.
Oh, okay.
And tape. Yeah, you can use that. You're gonna keep that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need. Could you guys go ahead and collect that and put it over here under their department? So you get my laptop. So you're gonna go around and interview each department. So what you're doing is you're gonna identify the department. Put the lab position 1 here so we know it is a position. Put the name of the position / the first and last name. Sarah, please leave position 1 and 2 and 3 so we know it is a position, okay? And then in front of it, put the name of the position dash first and last name. First and last name.
Dash best performer.
Yes.
What time you think we'll be out? 11:30?
5 minutes. 5-10 minutes, yeah. I just need the best performers, and then I'm gonna call you so we can talk about the schedules.
And then I'll add some other stuff like terminating employees and stuff like that.
For your department?
Yeah, termination of, like the onboarding process and the calling.
Yeah.
To initiate, and when somebody terminates, the steps to terminate that person.
Okay. That's another one?
Yeah, if you have more processes, if you would just write them down or like just draft up an email and because that's what will.
Too much? Complicated? Are you enjoying it? Do you have your stuff already put together? Do you have yours? She's gonna come around and give it. Yeah.
And then after that,
I'm trying to figure out that stuff.
so I'm gonna get all of the positions in your department.
Okay, all right. Well, in my department, number 1, I got the admin assistant.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. It's the name of the position dash first last name of the best performer of this position.
Okay, you want me to just have this generic to me, right? I don't have to put them down there, because
Nope.
they coming behind me.
Nope, just
Okay.
for you.
Just go to admin assistant, I put call center, is Lorraine Bridges, put call center supervisor.
I got that if you want to know. Okay, yep. And then the other one, just read it, customer service.
What beautiful handwriting. Oh, it's yours. Yeah, ours too. Is that all yours? Your position, maybe?
Some of it.
Some of it. Do you think this represents maybe? Let me see. Let me think. 70%.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, that was just off the top of my head.
Okay.
And of those, do they?
And those are all already processes to be filmed, or some of them might be steps and you might be confused, or they're straight up processes.
Well, you said enter a building. I have 2 TVs I have to sign into so that I can bring up Metaswitch.
Yes, ma'am.
I sign out to all my applications.
Okay, that's a process. Yeah.
Okay, i.e., I bring up my email to respond and check the calendar.
Okay.
I go in to update my payroll. I have to assign e-portal requests, so I go and do my calendar first in case somebody's not here. I don't want to assign somebody that's not here. I watch Metaswitch, monitor calls all day long. I answer calls when we're short-handed while I'm monitoring calls.
So how to answer phones. I think some of the answering phones, we're gonna pick one person and do it all. Okay.
Let me just see, so kind of like on the payroll, we already do our own payroll, so like if Ms. Peggy does that, do we still have to do that part?
No. I think I'm gonna get like a trainer or a HR rep or something like that, or maybe we're gonna pick one of you and say this is how you update your payroll, and we put
Probably HR.
HR.
You gonna do the whole, y'all gonna do the whole city?
Yeah. We hope so. We're starting with you, and if it goes well, the 12-week program, then we go to the other one. That's why she wanted to collect surveys from people going through to see if it is beneficial to them to sell it politically inside. You got them?
They had theirs.
It's just 2 positions only?
There's 4.
4, so
1, 2, 3, 4.
okay, let me see.
Because they're the integrators,
Oh, okay.
and that's their position.
Okay, so in front of the integrator, could you please put position 2 and position 3? Okay, thank you. And did you get the contact information of those? Oh, no, not yet, because I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay, so we can do that. We can separate. Well, instead of doing audit team, we can do
Got yours
front end
together?
Audit team, back end audit team, and then
She got it?
split those.
One more process done.
Would that be more so like 2 separate positions?
Was too much? How do you think was this first meeting?
Oh, I think it was good. I
think you did good with explaining it.
Like each team has a different set
You
of
broke
processes
it down
that they
so
do.
that we're able to understand.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do
what
it.
is that
We'll separate it.
What's expected of us and what's expected of each employee to be.
Interviews will be fun because now you're gonna introduce me to them so I can interview them.
And this first one, this Scott story, he's a character.
Are you gonna be there with me?
Yes.
Okay.
I always tell him I have to be wherever he's at because I have to make sure he behaves. So yes, I'll be there.
Miss Patty. Can I call you Mary, or do you want me to call Miss Patty? Miss Patty.
Call me who?
Do you want me to call? Can I call you Miss Mary? Mary.
Don't call me Miss, don't call me Miss, it's called he did.
There we go.
Call me Mary. Okay.
I wanted to call you next week.
Okay.
I want to call you this week, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the schedule for me to interview everybody.
Okay.
So your responsibility will be to.
The position name, which is audit control.
So they have four people for me to interview. So I need 1 hour for each person. So all I need from you is.
You want to start with tell us first?
Yes, I can.
Okay, do you want can I say what I would suggest?
Yes, ma'am.
I suggest you start with customer service first because what customer service does in terms of checking the accounts and all of the tickets and stuff that they make is going to tie into
I'll do the same thing.
even
I'll do
telling
audit control
department.
technician.
Because when they have to turn somebody back on
and
or
then
something like
audit
that,
control
and they
technician
have to produce a ticket or something, checking the accounts
'Cause
and
even
going
if
into
they are,
units
like,
and
say,
going
like,
into Tyler,
they're, like,
it's going to be
subdivided,
basically the same
we
thing
can
that
organize
they do.
just to like get all the
Mary, how many
information
departments do we have over here? Is it 4 with your included? 4, 5,
It's 5. It's
1,
It's mine.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay,
The
5.
mail room is not here.
But are they doing as well?
Wait a minute.
Are we doing their processes as well?
Yeah.
How are we gonna go by? We didn't have a representative from the mail room here today.
No. You just talk that she's. Whoever's just gonna talk to Greg. The only thing they do in the morning time when they come in, they'll come in like 7 o'clock in the morning time, go to the post office and go to each individual city office.
So I can just easily interview him, right?
Pick up the mail and then they distribute the mail. They don't go from office to office in the buildings now because of COVID. I got them just a little place for them to go and they drop the mail and then everybody comes down from different departments to pick up their own mail. And then they run the postage and then they go back to the post office. And then go to the bank and pick up the money, pick up the bills that are paid at the bank and bring them back and give them to the teller so they can collect them.
Once you get down to the process level,
You only need to interview one mail person and she's got that person's name.
Got it.
Okay. Now, in my process, like, the week before last, I set up a customer service training session for 150 some people. So that's something that I don't do every day, but that's something that I'm required to do. Set up different meetings and things like that.
Okay. Position name.
And we
First
got, like 10 of those different
name.
Oh, you asked me what I didn't like. I don't like commissioners meetings.
See, there's a bunch of stuff that.
I don't like going to commissioners meetings. They are long. And I don't like going to utility boards.
Mary, what I need from you is just day 1, day 2, day 3, name of the position, first and last name of the person, and the time that I'm going to meet with them.
Okay, day 1.
Day 1,
Okay, and then day 2.
day 2, and day 3.
And day 3.
Okay. On each day, so I know what are my meetings at, you're going to put the position name so I can find that the first and last name of that best performer. And I'm going to give some of that information to you because I collected today, okay?
Okay.
that will be here. I'll show you. So we have you,
Her best performer.
since you're the integrator for your
For that position, then you're going to give me the time of my meeting with that person,
Like how we did with Mary's, it says her as the integrator.
and then the
We
location.
just did all of her processes. And then we'll do the same thing with you. will put for here, and all of your processes will be right there.
So the count on
I have all that information too. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make an Excel
Yes,
for you
and we can
with,
get y'all
Oh,
with-
okay, you gonna make an Excel, send me the Excel, and then I'm.
and then you fill in.
trigger list that we have, which is like
That'd be great.
And what I'm gonna ask you is just, I'm gonna have this done. I'm gonna have all the positions done for you. I'm gonna have all the first and last name of the done.
And then
All I need you to do is to pick what day is gonna be, and what time and location.
So you're gonna need 3 days anyway.
I think so.
Okay, and we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We don't usually like to do Mondays and Fridays because they're bad days.
I'm gonna confirm that once I have my calendar. You know how it is. I have a bunch of stuff. But I'm gonna send you this Excel, and I'm gonna call you. We're gonna troubleshoot together. And then once you pick those 3 days, you schedule those meetings. Maybe hold my hand and show me where to
How
go.
many, and they would take about what, 1 hour, 2 hours or what?
1 hour.
Okay.
Do you want to do 1 hour or 2 hours?
I think it'd be better to do 2 hours.
2 hours per
Because you're
person.
gonna run into a lot of emphasis and what is, and this may happen too.
Oh, when you contact them, kind of tell them what that is, because during that 2 hour, during 1 hour, find someone to cover that job so we can focus, so I can extract. So that's my meeting with them. They should be there on that office, that conference room with me, and then.
I'm trying to figure out what's the best place.
You good? How was yours? Good?
I already got mine set.
How many positions do you have?
I have, well, like I said, I borrowed one of hers, so it's 6 of us in all,
6 people.
including myself.
And then how many unique positions?
Just like 2 teams. I have 2 teams.
Two-
So I have the processes separated by what team you're on.
But how about unique positions when you have to hire someone? Do you hire team 1, team 2, or it has a name? So how many positions? Yeah, I want to see hers. Yeah.
or how she gave it, and this is the way that I.
Okay, how did she do?
So she is the
The billing plus rates manager?
yes,
And
and then this is I did because they're all called audit control technicians.
Got it.
So I did audit control technician, billing team, that's one position. Audit control technician, front end audit team, one position.
Linda?
And then same thing, back end team, third position.
Got it. When you hire someone, you hire as a, they're all, but then within your team, you have three teams that they can go, and each of those positions might have some different responsibilities. That's why you are mapping 3 different people. Is that right?
The billing team is separated also, but I think I'm just going to use processes because we all do.
Keep in mind that once you hire someone, you will have three positions to put them into course. Am I making sense? So if we map 3 different positions within your department, would you be able to train a new hire?
Because we could, if you hired an audit control technician, we can enroll them in all 3 positions for everything. But if you specifically put them, say, on the billing team, then we can only enroll them in the billing team. Or if you want them front end, we can only enroll them in front end. So it's
The
what,
thing is that when they come in, if they're on the billing team, they're not gonna have, or if they're on the audit team, they're not gonna have access to certain programs in the software because they're not doing those functions. So
So-
if they're not running a bill run process and they're on the audit team, they don't even have access to that.
okay, so yeah, so we won't even, so for that new hire, we won't enroll them in any of those because they don't need to know that.
Right, 'cause
So-
their whole, setup on minutes will be different.
Okay.
They have access to different things.
If I give you access to 3 different positions, which is those, anybody that's hired and that you hire to your team, would you have enough information to train them? Yeah?
I think so.
With those 3 positions? Okay, cool.
I think so. Let's still think about it some more, but.
Because you would bring them in just as, you won't decide where to separate them out until you give them that first mindset
For the most part, coming in, they'll be probably on the front end audit team.
So you have a front end process, you have a front end,
Audit team. They'll have those
process.
responsibilities first.
Can I ask a question? What is the difference between a team and a unique position within your department?
Well, I just call them a team because they all have the same title. They all have the
Okay.
same job
So
title.
within a team, you have a lot of people that has the same title.
But
So-
they have totally different responsibilities.
So they have different responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So for team number one, I have to interview one person that has all the responsibilities so they can be part of that team. Am I making sense?
Right.
I can interview more than one person if you want me to. But the way you mapped your division, you have 3 positions, and I would like to collect all the responsibilities per team.
Right. The only reason why I only did the one for billing is because I made myself the, what do you call it?
Best
The
performer.
Performer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna talk about all the,
Cool.
processes because I just don't want anything left out.
So you were doing, okay. So you were
But
doing,
now, if you think I need to separate it out some more,
no.
I mean, once we get into the processes, maybe you can suggest.
I was gonna suggest too, once you start going through your processes,
Mhm.
I feel like it'll clarify positions more.
Okay.
It'll make you think, oh, all of these jobs, this is this person's responsibility. So it kind of makes it easier to separate each position.
Okay.
Let's go with the worst case scenario. We are mapping, I'm going to meet with you next week and we're going to map your processes. Let's pretend that we're mapping everything. The worst case scenario is now you have enough information to talk to someone to say, hey, now I think it is the time for us to talk about separating positions and creating positions and clarifying those positions. Because we have a consultant and they are helping us to dissect responsibilities. That's the worst case scenario, which is still good.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we're calling it team or we're calling it position. To us, it doesn't matter as long as when you hire someone, I want it to be easier for you to say, okay, you're going to get the set of courses of the position number 2. I want that to be clear for you, so it's easier for you. Or we can just film you, and you can just do one position and then everybody just go through that one position. That's okay too.
We'll separate it out a little bit with the audit team. Because the way, in my mind, I think of it as you come in on the front end audit team because you have things that you need to learn first,
Absolutely.
you know. And then you apply your skills and then you can move up to maybe another team, which is back end.
Which is another position that you call it. So each you have 3 teams. Each team has a position, and we're doing also yours, which yours is like more like overview of everything.
Right.
So everybody will go through your course probably.
An example too is like with Hagen Bones for their cashier position, they kind of structured it to be in levels. So like you need to learn this before you learn this,
Right,
and then to
right.
be able to do this, you have to have the just kind of like stepping stones.
Right.
So just once your processes are all out, we can organize it the way you want.
Okay.
Even if it means like we deconstruct a position and make that instead of a position, we can make it a course, which is a group of processes, or just we can rearrange it to the way it makes the most sense to you and the most sense to the new hire.
Right. Okay.
Cool. So let's just close it off. Do you have any more questions?
In the end, can we do like what Colin Bones did about uniform and dress code?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Also scripts on how to talk to people when they come in, or your scripts on the phone too. Good morning, we're having a great day here in the city of Albany. I don't know, like do a script. I want to go over the board and then we're good to go. My next step is going to have a phone call with Mary. We're going to come up with a schedule to interview you and also your